That's so annoying. Welcome to another episode. Okay, it's hot. I can't do that. It's really hot. Can't drink. Okay, this week, we're talking all about how to stay inspired as a creative person, right? We're working on the color story. So if you guys are new here, I'm doing this series where I'm making my collection, and every week it's kind of like a podcasty vibe, and then there's clips from the week from what I did and what I'm doing. Last one, it almost took a month. I'm so sorry, but we're getting back to it. We're getting back to weekly videos. But I just wanted to show you guys like what is keeping me inspired at the moment, what helps me stay inspired, and kind of what I do in order to, I think just navigate being a creative person, even if you can't be creative 100% of the time, if that makes sense. So if you guys would like to watch with, either this episode, this whole series, I'll link it down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. Let's get started. There's no noise, and then the minute I start filming, you hear everything. I'm so sorry. Alright, first thing. Reading is something that always keeps me inspired. I think it's just the art of storytelling that really helps me and motivates me. That and watching TV shows. So the current favorites, or the current ones that I've been reading and loving, I just started the Mistborn series. I'm that much in. It's like 100 pages, I want to say. Yeah, 105. Look how cute. That's my little Kiki bookmark. So good. I already got the other two and I haven't even finished this one, just because I knew I was going to need that. And then the other book that I'm reading is Madonna in a Fur Coat. This one, I'm pretty sure I'm halfway done. It's a short read. It's only like 200 pages. I'm on page 90. Look at that bookmark. We love cute bookmarks here. So those two books, I think, just, again, the art of storytelling and engaging. And I think it's also something so different, completely different from sewing and fashion design, that I think helps me kind of take my mind off of it, but then it also helps me stay inspired, if that makes any sense. So that, and then I'm also listening to the audiobook of Emily Henry's new book. I'll put it right here, because I want to call it BBL, but I know it's not BBL. But yeah, the book will appear here. I'm pretty sure you guys know which one it is. I want to say, okay, I was on chapter 17, and there's 36 chapters, so about halfway. So yeah, so books keep me inspired. Again, I think it's because it's something so completely different from sewing or anything related to sewing that I can kind of just detach from that for a while. Go to the park and read it in my bed, Also, listening to the audiobook, I've been doing my 10K steps every day, and that's also helped me because I can just listen to the audiobook and kind of walk, and I'm in nature a little bit. I go to this park or around a neighborhood that's close to the library. It's just great. I can just kind of put my headphones in and vibe. It's kind of nice. And sometimes things in nature will inspire me. Again, this is a nature related collection. Something else that helps me out, because sometimes I'm not always just listening to audiobooks on my walks, or when I'm working in the studio. I also like listening to music, right? So I say that if I'm the first person to discover music, but yeah, I've been listening to Beneath the Lily Pad. It's the Alexandra Savior. Her new album that just came out. It's amazing. It's really, really good. It's dreamy and psychedelic. It's just a vibe. Also, the album, the new one by Men I Trust. I can't pronounce that. Equus Cabulus. I'm gonna sound ridiculous if I say that. such a chill vibe. I just have it in the background. To me, honestly, if I have one if about the album, it's too short. It's too short because before I know it, it's already playing other music that I'm like, what do you mean I'm done? Yeah, so I think that album has really carried me through these past few weeks. And then Avi, guys, Tay got her masters. Taylor Swift has gotten all of her albums back, and it's kind of nice to go back and listen to albums that were my favorite, and that still are my favorite. But I don't feel guilty listening to them, you know? That's been the vibe, though. That's been the vibe. That kind of cozy, comforting vibe with music has really helped me. The nostalgic feeling of music has also really helped me. Debut by Taylor Swift, I feel like, is a good representation of being a young girl turning into a young woman. And then Ethel Cain, I listened to her song Strangers, and then I started listening to that whole album. It was amazing. Another form of media and art that has helped me is obviously by watching TV shows. I'll kind of put them up and watching also movies. These are so funny because, again, these shows that I'm about to talk about have nothing to do with what's on my mood board. They're new. They're ones that I've either discovered or just rediscovered. But my sister and I watched Sherlock Holmes, which she hadn't watched before, and it was kind of nice. I don't think I had seen the last season, so it was just nice to rewatch them. But because of that, we kind of had withdrawals when we finished, and we started watching Slow Horses. Amazing. We're starting season 3. And then we just finished Department Q, which is on Netflix. It's new. Again, amazing. Same kind of vibe. So, I don't know. I think it's kind of funny to see that, like, things can inspire you that can be very similar to, like, the vibe, but then also completely different. And they kind of just are in that moment. So even when you look back at creating, it's like, I was watching this during this time. I was listening to this. I don't know. And it builds the whole world around what you were thinking, what you were feeling, what you were doing. So those are some of the things that have kept me inspired at the moment. Here is something else that has been not only helping me like stay organized, but also it helps me kind of be inspired again. So I was obsessed with the Midori Traveler's Notebook thing, like when they first like came out, which was like a few years ago. And so I got this like black leather thingy from Michael's, just folded in half, made a few holes to kind of do that same vibe. But now that but then I kind of like completely forgot about them. I had notebooks that fit exactly like the width of it because it's pretty thin. But now that like, I don't know, I just like lost track of it completely. And I was obsessed with the Louisa Carmen ones, and I wanted my own. And I remembered I had this, so I like DIY'd it again, right? So what I did was I added some cute little trinkets, some cute little charms, which was nice. Like I had all of these like lying around. And then I got this from, I'm pretty sure Barnes & Noble. It's just like a pen holder, which I thought was really cool. And then I sewed, because the notebooks I found on Amazon were, like the width was longer. It came in a 5-pack, and it was, I want to say like $6. I added this extra like flap. I just sewed it back there to kind of like wrap it around. And I also added a pocket back here. So I've been carrying this around. I have my little Sudoku book, some extra sticky notes and things back there. I've been customizing it slowly, but yeah, I've been carrying it probably for like a week now, and I'm obsessed. Yeah, I have a little sunny angel. So one is like my planner. I don't know if I should show it to you guys because I know it has like stuff, but basically, let me see if I can find this. But basically I have like these little monthly things that I also found off of Amazon. I don't know if you can tell. And I kind of just build my monthly calendar around it, and then my to-dos. And then from it I do like either weekly to-dos or like monthly goals. Again, I'm still like figuring this new planner setup, but I've been loving it so far. And these are all blank pages, so this is my brain dump one. I haven't really added anything in it yet, but they're all just blank. Added it again, a couple stickers in there. This is the one for the collection, so all of my notes, I really want to print out all of the mood boards and I want to add them in here. And then I even have some like cute bookmarks and things in there, things that just remind me of the collection, or notes, or maybe like ideas for them. I think I also had my little mini sketchbook in here. I'll show you guys. And then my artist pages, these are again private. I just started it, so there isn't much in there, and even if there was, I would not show you guys because this is like therapy to me. And then my sketchbook, which again, I just wanted my sketchbook to include, this is a little fashionary journal in here, that if I end up drawing something that I like for the collection, I can just pop it in there. But it has like this outline of the figure. I don't know if you can tell. And then the others are just blank pages. I want to get more into like figure drawing, and just to like, again, like have something to like, I don't know, like to take my mind off of the collection, but then I can also always bring it back to the collection. So that's that. So yeah, so that's that guy. I had a few notes on there, but, and then pictures. So I have a picture of me as a baby with my dad, and then same, my mom and me. I don't have one of Natalie, which I need to add because she was already freaking out that I didn't have one of hers. And then yeah, I have like an extra little band, the pen that I use. And again, this has been so like getting to customize this and like use it again, because you know, it's literally just like there taking up space, to now having it be functional and like giving it a new life. I don't know, I think it's really cool, and it motivated me, you know, to be like, I can do things that I like and that I know I'll use. So yeah, so that was like my little side quest this week, and it was fun to kind of just, it has nothing to do with the collection ideally, but it inspired me to keep working on the collection, if that makes sense, because it just helped me feel like I could do something. It also, like, I had an end product like within that day, and so knowing that like I started something and I finished it within the same day motivated me to get that like instant reward, I guess. So yeah, I think it's really cool. Also, when I look at it, I think of the collection, because even like the little charms I added reminded me of it. The leather that I use is the leather that I want to ideally use in the collection. I have like a few fabrics that I have in mind, but yeah. So I have this picture in like my pins for my board for this collection, and I was so intrigued by it, and I wanted to find out more about what this meant, right? Like this aesthetic. And I was pretty sure it had something to do with like Lord of the Rings, and I was correct. But according to Wikipedia, it's an earthly paradise, right? Where time is different. We know that if you've read like the books or have seen the movies. But it's reflecting the traditions of European folklore and a land of light striving biblically with the darkness of evil. I like that. I like the whole vibe. I feel like this collection is very like fairy tale-esque, and so I don't know, I think this just makes me feel like I'm going in the right direction, you know. Yeah, even if it's obviously like not fully Lord of the Rings inspired, but I just think the symbolism behind this aesthetic fitting into what I'm trying to create, I think just goes with it. I don't know. Little confirmations like that when you're like doing your research, it kind of helps you stay on track. But yeah. What does my tea say? Today's wisdom says, without gratitude, there is no prosperity. I'll leave you with that, folks. Wise words from my tea, the yogi tea, the lemon balm. Again, that's kind of like the vibe. Sorry about the fucking dogs. Anyways, yeah, because I think that was the age that I was listening to, is the vibe. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm waiting for them to bark again. Those albums have been carrying me through. That was my chair. No, it's not good. My chair. I don't know what I'm saying.